That blue line is not in the right place. We want to know exactly where that blue line is.
That's the best information we have. The only way we could locate it specifically would be a survey or seeing a survey on the county.
You don't have drawings of this building that was, when it was built, on file showing the exact location of the property line?
That's where those property lines would have been shown, because our GIS department takes those drawings and puts them in our GIS.
Well, I mean, it's important we find out where that line is for obvious reasons.
I would check with the county recorder's office. They would have the actual plat.
But they wouldn't have that with the actual location of the building and the improvements.
They might. They should show the right-of-way, and they'll show the center line of the right-of-way and how much space there is.
Is that an office over on 17?
Well, I know where the county building is.
Yeah, it's.
If you think Coeur d'Alene DMV, it's the same building.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
we know
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
But it's on the top
Floor, but it's in that building.
It's in that building. But yeah, they'll have the plats. They'll show the right-of-ways, how wide the right-of-ways are. If it was platted or if it was replatted after the buildings were there, then they would show that too.
Would they also have the information for that for Ramsey and Appleway? Because there's tribal land there, and there's a 30-foot, but there's a 30-foot easement. So whose?
It would show.
Would be city land.
There would be show where the easement is, yes, and the tribal land, because that's all platted. It would all be a parcel that has a definite location.
Yeah. Sorry.
Is there a way that we could get access to, you know, even through microfiche or something, the building permit submission for this?
Yeah, if we have one, it would be here in the county building. Is that the county building?
On Northwest?
The
No.
Northwest building and Hubbard.
That's Windermere.
So what we need is do we have the plan file for that, building permit for that?
And is there a way to look up the owner? Because
Yes.
I was told there was one owner, and then I found out there's a co-owner. So I wasn't sure how to look that up.
Yes, you can. The way I do it is you can go on GIS and you can click on the building.
But it doesn't list that co-owner on there. And I looked at the tax records too.
And it doesn't show it on the tax records?
No, but someone's saying there's a co-owner, so I'm trying to verify
that. Would
that.
again be on the recorder's information would have that. You can go online to the recorder's office and plug in the parcel number, and it should come up with what information they have.
Okay.
Generally it would be on the assessor's office of documents as well, the tax documents.
So all we have is there is a very, very old plumbing permit. That's all we have in check one more place.
How old, like
when
80s?
Was that?
So if you want to either check
now
the internet or give us a call, say on the first of every month, or whatever is close to that as a business.
If you got it, if there was one.
Either on the internet, or we would see the most.
How could there not be one?
If there was one,
Railroad.
I mean, I don't know when it was built, so I can't.
Yeah, if
tell.
it was built before we had an electronic system, it might be that we don't have it.
Yeah, so your bill that goes out this month, and
Can you pull up the plat map for the Northwest Village? Can you click on that?
Open the city map.
Yeah, if you open the city map, right click on that building.
it's going to be about $18 less than last month, cause your usage dropped first, cause the water again is billed behind, so it would, the bill that we're printing this Friday would be September's water, that was like 31,000. And so it's probably gonna be about, I would say a good 15 less than the previous month, so probably maybe 115 area. And then, you know, because you've been gone already a few weeks, the bill that goes out the end of November should be more in line, and then it'll, for sure the December bill will be, so. Yeah. Okay.
Zoom in on it.
Oh, no problem at all, ma'am, and, oh, that's okay. And I can't, and I did do that work order and asked the guys to go out, and so they should get that turned off today or for sure by tomorrow, okay?
Hello.
Thank you.
How are you this morning?
Bye.
You need to pay one. So I'll be right there.
Oh, perfect. Hi.
Morning.
Hello. Hi. I need to pay a speeding ticket. 1,000. Oh, that's
Right now it's
here.
past due.
Because we only do park car tickets, and this is a movie violation.
Yeah, that is-
It says
that's-
we go to, which is the courthouse.
So we're.
So, I thought, you know, this
I'm
is
new.
City Hall.
Okay.
So where you get your driver's license and vehicle registration.
I've never been there. I just moved.
So you'll wanna go up Sherman, and you go around past Independence Point. You get up to where you can either go straight on Northwest Boulevard or kind of wise up to the right on
Yeah.
Government Way.
Yeah.
So right across from like where the carousel is, there's the county buildings, and you'll see the driver and vehicle registrations here.
And
Behind it
Northwest
is a new
Boulevard
courthouse
is
and the old
40-foot
courthouse.
right of way.
The entrance into this office, their door faces out on North, you know that little gas station right there, kind of across from where the carousel.
that helps a
and
lot.
ballpark is?
No, but I'm sure I
Okay,
can Google Maps.
so their door faces Northwest Boulevard, so you'll just wanna pull into that side of the building.
Yeah,
What does that
all I can
mean?
say, all I can do is try to go to the recorder's office and see what they have. But this is all the planning would have is the plat, and they would have our GIS. And what we do is we go off what people give us in terms of where they say the property line is. Because we don't have a surveyor on staff, and we don't require a survey.
And you don't have the building permit file for the building that was built.
Building permit, is that it?
This is the tenant improvement,
What year is that? 2001.
right?
Sometimes the TI plans would show where the property line is. There's a site plan.
Do we have any?
Why, we don't have an original one where they would provide the site plan. Let me see if I can find some.
Yeah, we don't
plans in
keep
here.
all of the stuff in the building permit file except for the permit itself.
Oh.
And the application, sometimes the application, parts of the application. We'd have rooms full of documents,
Well,
at least for the old ones.
So you're she's a city attorney, right? Right?
Okay, there's a site plan that they provided.
They provide
okay, and so it shows there's a strip of grass that's against the curb that's in the public right of way.
You talking about this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Could we
City
get a
of
print of
Pearland,
that?
this is Carrie, how can I help you?
As soon as she's off the phone, yeah.
Yeah.
You can get a copy. Print this page.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Since you're an attorney, is it election tampering to have a candidate pulling out other candidates' signs?
Do what?
Is it election tampering for have a candidate pulling out other candidates' signs?
I don't know if it's election tampering, but it could be theft. It could be.
You're welcome, bye-bye.
Well, if they return them, so then it's okay?
Was the opponent she was facing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where.
Are you talking about the article that was in the paper this morning?
Yes.
My understanding, and it's just from the article, is that she pulled signs from private property at the request of the.
But that's showing it's
that's
not.
That's showing that it's public
And-
property.
And no political signs are allowed in.
Understood.
But
And
is
no,
she
she was not
is she
acting
the
on
en-
behalf of the city.
Is she the enforcer?
understand.
No, she is not.
Okay,
She
is
not-
that illegal?
I don't know that it's illegal.
Okay, so then we can do it too?
If it's in if it's in public property, I would suggest that you call code enforcement.
Who's
Why?
not doing their job.
Because that's part of their job.
But it's not illegal for us to do it, is what you're saying. We could still do it.
Somebody's private property?
No.
No, public city property.
It's not legal to have a sign on public property, but if you take somebody else's property, wherever it is, it could be a crime.
It could be.
But see, wherever they have signs, we've put signs, and only our signs disappear and end up around the corner over here.
So that
their signs
well,
stay.
And not by
then
code
you
enforcement
can-
either, which is the
right,
bigger concern.
But code enforcement will pull all signs.
No,
So
they don't.
who's,
No, they don't.
who's
No, they
Yes,
don't.
will.
I
I've
know,
talked
but
to the code
who's the
enforcement.
We have
boss of code
actually
enforcement
witnessed
then?
it.
Because
They
then we
don't.
need to.
They don't.
Who's the boss of code enforcement then?
That would be the chief of police.
Okay, then we'll talk with him, and we can get a printout of that.
Yeah, did you?
Okay.
You want, oh, I'm
Just that
sorry.
page.
Yes, please.
Just
I don't
this
think
page
she
here?
heard that because she was on the phone.
Just this page
Yeah.
here?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Call you?
Oh, fantastic. How are you guys?
Because that's proof that it's public
Yeah.
property.
But, I mean, I
Shows
hope,
it's public property.
What was that?
That shows that
It's
that's
in the
strict.
right of way.
It's in the right of way. It's
Property
public
and
property.
political
Yes.
signs are not allowed
Yes.
in public property.
but she only pulled our signs.
Well, she was a private citizen when she did that, and
How come she was a private citizen when she did that? She's running for office.
she is, but that's not part of her job. it's
Is
like-
the-
just because she does something doesn't mean it's part of her job.
So,
as city
so
council.
a candidate can pull other candidates if it's in illegal
Again,
places?
again, as I said, that would be taking somebody else's private property, regardless of where it is. It's not allowed to be in public property. It's not allowed to be on public property, but it is still private property.
Is
the
the
sign.
is the chief of police's office here?
No.
Where is
It's
he?
over on North Schreiber,
Okay.
Kathleen.
Okay.
Yep.
and-
Oh yeah, the really
Police
weird
station.
roundabout. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then we'll go bug him too. Because I don't think his employee is doing their job.
No.
They can go express our opinion to him. We have proof
But
now.
maybe as private citizens, we can all pull signs, right?
And if somebody accuses you of stealing their
No,
private
I'll return
property-
them. I'll return them.
To who? To me?
To the city hall,
Well, that's,
which-
it's not our property.
Well,
either.
Kiki did. She returned them to you.
I'm not, I just told you that Kiki wasn't acting as a city employee when she did that.
But it looks bad. Do you agree on that?
Does it look
It
bad?
looks unethical what she did.
So
I'm
wait,
not gonna comment
is she
on that.
not a city employee on the weekend?
She has a job as a city council.
So only Monday through Friday, she acts as
No.
a city councilwoman?
No, she acts as a city council member in her capacity as a city council person.
But on the weekend, it's okay, she's a private
No.
citizen.
No, it doesn't matter whether it's a weekend or it's during the day. I'm the city attorney. If I go out and play softball, I'm not playing as an employee of the city of Coeur Lane.
No, she wasn't playing
But
softball.
if you went and pulled political signs on the weekend, it would look bad, and
Yeah.
that's
Well,
my
it may
big
look
point.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
But it's not part of her job. It's not, she didn't do it as a city employee.
No, but it just looks bad, and everybody's protecting her, in our opinion.
Yeah,
I'm not protecting her.
That's okay.
I feel like you are.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go complain at code enforcement.